Hey guys, Neptune here. I finally got a microphone. I hope those 38 people that have voted to hear my shitty voice are really enjoying this. I really hope the quality is decent so I don't regret uploading it. All that being said, I really hate reading the script, so bear with me. Let's move to the topic of the video. Parries. I wanted to talk about it for quite some time right now actually. And it's been on my radar pretty much since the release of first weapon analysis video that was dedicated to countering Dark Sword. The comment section back then was just flooded with the comments on how parrying is the best and the easiest way to counter it. Didn't get much better with the release of the next weapon analysis video regarding the washing pole. In fact, it even got worse. Every other comment was about parrying. So back then I've made a statement in regards to the parrying that it's a straight gamble and you should actually never really rely on it. But today I want to address it properly with the right context. For some reason, people actually tend to think that parrying is the best and the ultimate counter to everything. To understand why it's not the case, one should understand the fundamentals of dueling and how it actually works. The key to success in duel is to understand what your opponent is thinking, how he or she is approaching the situation. So if you have a good read on the actions and understand the traits your opponent demonstrates, you can pick the right tool to punish your opponent. Parrying is one of those tools. However, there are plenty of alternatives available in forms of various combos and setups that involve trading. Unlike combos, parrying can be used to counter almost every opening in the game, with some minor exceptions. However, it is also a lot easier to punish. Let's break down the average duel, starting with the very basic math. Life Ring, Favor Protection Ring, and Forte Vigor net around 1700 health points, which is pretty average. In fact, in most cases you'll have even less. Now for the sake of ease, let's assume that you deal 250 damage in one swing. This means that in 2 swings as a combo, you will deal 500 damage. 1700 divided by 500 is 3.4, but to make it a better example, let's assume that it is 4. So what does it mean? This means that, on average, the duel is 4 encounters. So you have to punish your opponent with a very basic combo 4 times if you want to win. So what happens when you go for a parry instead of a combo? Well, fourth of the duel becomes a parry. Now let's consider the worst case scenario that is actually very average experience for most of us. Scenario where you do not land the parry. So what happens next? It's a natural reaction to go for another parry, since you just feel like you've had a good read and you just got unlucky. You go for another parry. Now half of the duel revolves around parrying. This is how you become very predictable. Unlike its alternatives, the R1 combo or other combos, parrying attempt can be very easy to read and punish. You can delay the attack, mix it up, or simply go for a backstab. Instead of punishing your opponent, you may end up actually being punished yourself, which is borderline stupid. So you're essentially gambling the guaranteed punish in form of the combo in favor of the extra damage in form of riposte. So is the damage actually worth it? The basic math says in most cases it does not. If you deal 500 damage in one combo, it means that you deal 1000 damage in 2 combos or 2 instances, which is very simple. However, on average, riposte without a Hornet Ring doesn't do that much damage, and it ends up being only 20 to 25% more than one combo. So by going for more than one parry, you actually decrease your damage output significantly. If you land a parry on the first try, sure, you can deal extra damage and turn net positive without a Hornet Ring. However, if you don't land it on the first try, you turn net negative until you land the riposte with a Hornet Ring on. Obviously the math isn't everything, and if you're packing a Hornet Ring with something heavy like Black Knight Great Axe, then there is a chance that you will end the duel in one riposte, so it's obviously worth it for you. But in most cases, parrying is far from optimal because it represents a gamble that may actually end up not being in your favor. Here's how it actually works. The most weapons in the game are designed to be used two-handed, and since parrying requires a shield, when you switch to one-handed mode and pull the shield out, it's just a dead giveaway of your intentions. It's you're screaming, "I'm going for a parry, punish me." Yet I see so many people switch to one-handed mode, with weapons like ultra greatswords and halberds, in order to try to gamble on a parry. Those weapons are harmless when they held one-handed, as they become very slow and predictable. Not only that, but consider that with the most weapons that have advanced combos like halberds, the damage output is so close to the one of riposte, it is very inefficient to even consider parrying. The premise is, if you are using something that can be used one-handed with ease, then you can carry a shield and throw an occasional parry. However, the damage from riposte is barely worth it compared to the regular A1 combo. In case if you're using something that benefits heavily from actual riposte damage, then when you use a shield to try to parry, it became very predictable and most people will just punish you. Yet instead of punishing whiffs and setting up trades, people prefer to parry. You know, parrying is very popular on the scene. Plenty of people use parries, think they're good, while in reality those players are just bad. I see plenty of players spamming the parry till they die when facing fast weapon. They gamble because they don't have a good read. They just hope to get lucky and land the parry. They don't really know if you're going for a dashing attack or the weapon art mix-up. They just press parry multiple times in hopes to get it. They aren't interested in playing the game properly, using convenient means. Instead of setting up the trait, they just gamble. That's the easy way out. They like it. When they lose, they can blame your stock katana or dark sword, because it's such an overpowered weapon. With all that being said, there are definitely cases when using parry is actually good. It can be used as a perfect deterrent, or one-time mix-up, it's perfectly fine. However, gambling on a regular basis, instead of trying to use normal means to punish your opponent, is just a sign of poor understanding of how the game actually works. Moreover, something I've noticed, that people seem to rely on parries when it comes to facing fast weapons. The truth is, all openings can be punished in this game, in multiple different ways, but parrying fast weapons like stock is one of the hardest tasks in the game, since it's so fast. Just a tiny bit of luck decreases your chances to land the parry significantly. With all that in mind, please get better at fundamentals, learn to understand how certain weapons work and your way around them, do not rely on cheaty gambling strategies or luck to win you a duel.